Hello, my people. What a good time it is to be alive. I am so grateful that I am here alive today in this time, and I get to try again and see what life has to offer. I know I've been away for a long time. Business has not been businessing, but we're just grateful for the Lord and we keep going. So I haven't been creating content because I've not been receiving any business, but I sat and thought, what does this mean? So I'm not gonna have content if there's no work. So I had to think and try and create content. So this is not going to be one of those videos where you see the cutest content. This is just me at my home and showing you guys my routine at home. And on this vlog or video, I will just be sharing with you a meal that I am preparing, which is, in Zulu we call it Ubhontshisi, which is beans, and bones, which is Amathambo. So lately I've also been thinking of how God really doesn't wait on us, but we wait on him. Don't know if it makes sense, but I was also reflecting on the life of Paul in the Bible, that he carried on his mission even when he was prisoned. He didn't stop writing those letters to the Corinthian churches and just preaching and telling people about the gospel, And I was just reflecting on my life, that if one thing is not happening for me, then I must fold my arms and not do anything. Didn't God create the heavens and the earth and all these things, through knowledge, wisdom, and understanding? Why must I sit on my brain? All these ideas he has given me. So it's high time for me that I did something, and it's a lot, but we just grateful. I am just grateful that I even got to this state where I think of the Lord and his goodness over me, and the fact that he can keep me moving, So for now I don't think I'll have any other excuse of not showing up. I've just created for me, I think this is a safe space, but I really feel like this is the worst content video that I've created. The lighting was bad, but I was just trying all through and through, really. And and it was really, really difficult for me. So if you are new here, I welcome you, and apologies that you didn't receive what you thought you received, but I will try as much to stick to the original reason that I created this YouTube channel, which was to share my journey as a private chef, give you guys, anyone who wants to get into this journey, tips and advice, and where you also get to see, I think this vlog also, or this video also, just shows or tells you, English, tell you guys, or show you rather, yes, show you how this thing goes, because one season you are doing well, the next season you are not, So really when it comes, I just think not just only with private chef, or just being a chef or a cook, but I just feel like if you are a business person, this is what you really get to go through. Like any business, you have dry and good seasons, and it's really up to you that what do you really get up to on your dry seasons. Do you really wait, or do you keep moving, keep learning, so that when the good season come, you know that you're already ready and equipped, It also talks in the Bible about the seasons that we go through. Solomon wrote in, what book is this? I forgot what book it is, but it speaks of different seasons in our lives, of how there's a time to wait, there's a time to speak, there's a time not to speak, to be silent, there's a time to weep, which is like to cry, and there's time to laugh, there's time to reap, and there's a time where we sow, so all the seasons speak also in our lives. I'll write down the verse here so you guys can go through it. And this was the most wealthiest man in the Bible, which is Solomon. And yeah, he gave great advices looking into his own life also, and understanding that humans also go through such seasons. So yeah, so I just will not stop creating. Whatever season, whatever phase, you guys will get to see all of that, and I really hope you stick with me and get to understand more of what we do. And yeah, business is a really beautiful thing. You need to rely on something when it comes to business. I think that's my first advice or tip that I can give to anyone wanting to start a business. Cannot just be of cooking, but it can be anything, a salon, whatsoever. But you need to have something to believe in and rely on, not saying relying on money or like having investment where no. Like spiritually, you need to have and believe in something, that's gonna really carry you when you have nothing else, because your bank will run, will run dry. There will be nothing there, and your life in general may just turn, but what then keeps you going? What then gives you hope? And so for me, I strongly believe in Jesus. My belief is in Christ, and really keeps me going. Reading the Bible every day really reflects on my life. I found secrets in the Bible. I found the way unto living when I read the Bible. And it's just beautiful, because that's the only thing I'm relying on. It's very funny that I'm not even thinking of someone else to help me out in this situation. I am not. I'm just thinking of the Lord. I'm sorry. And I'm just thinking of the Lord. Sorry, I was coughing. I have flu. So yeah, I was just thinking, I just think of the Lord, and in whatever season that I am in, my question often is really not how He must get me out of it, but what is it that He wants me to learn from the season that I am in. And that really helped me to keep going, to help me not to look unto my left or my right, but to just focus on the prize, focus and keep my eyes on the Lord, and to really just keep going. And I'm just reminded that life is really a beautiful journey, the fact that you get a new day is really a reminder of new beginnings, to try again, to forget the past, the mistakes, and just try again. And I just think it will be very being dishonest with myself mostly, and also for you guys, but mostly myself, because I know how I get or tend to be. I'd like to consider myself a very honest person. Like, I'm not fake. I try not to be as fake or show a different life that I do not live. Yes, obviously, if you see me out, you're not gonna see my struggles. I make sure I dress up and I show up, but I just tend not to show a lie of a life. So I really thought that it would be very unrealistic if I really just showed you the fleshy life, the soft life of being a private chef and traveling around. And so I just wanted to bring you more closer even to this season, and really also show how good God is. That even in dry seasons, He carries us through, that He carries me, and so that even when you see the next video where life is good, you remember that she went through that, she never stopped. And even when she writes all about God, it's not a lie. You guys also got to really see that. I really don't want to show content that is just fake. I don't want to say good, because yes, I'll be showing a lot of good content, but I don't want to be fake. I want you guys to really see what a business person goes through, and all the and I think what is this, social media has really made everything look so good that you really don't get to see the struggles of a person. We all jump into social media when everything is good. Even me, when I started this this YouTube channel, it was going good for me, and I was just like, why am I not showing people this good life? This part of a career that I do, me traveling, people will want to see that, and now that I'm in the season, then I must just stop and then come back again when everything is good. And I was just like, to the no, and that is all thanks to the Lord, because I believe this is for someone watching now, that let's just keep going, let's keep going, you know. Don't stop even when the odds are against you, and don't try and be perfect. I think that's also one thing I've learned, which is very difficult. You know, when I was making this video, it was very difficult. Even now, as I'm taking this, recording this audio, I'm actually editing, and I just stopped editing and I just pressed record, and I just felt like speaking to you guys, like pouring myself out on my emotions and how I'm feeling right now, you know. Asked a friend of mine, told him about this video that I took and how difficult it is to even edit, you know. And yeah, but I was just like, let us do it, you know. So it's also for someone who's really watching, that even the odds, when they are really against you, keep pushing, you know. And honestly, nobody cares. Honestly speaking, I've just been telling myself this, nobody cares what you do when whatsoever. People really are just on their own business, chasing, you know, and also trying to make a living. So how you do it, that's on you. And just being true to myself, honestly speaking. And you know why I've actually been obviously following some content creators like YouTubers, and I've really seen them showing up and stopping and coming back again. And really sometimes I just feel like they stopped because perhaps things, what is this? What is it? The odds were against them, and you see them coming back, and you see that, okay, now life is good, so now you are back, you know. And honestly, as a follower, I get bored, you know. With some of them, I even like stop watching, because it's just like, why are you not being true to yourself? Why are you being fake to us and to yourself, you know? So with me, YouTube is really not just Instagram, but for me, I really take it as Facebook, you know. Facebook is so good. Like I've been looking at through Facebook, and I've seen my oldest pictures while I was still in high school, and I'm just like, memories, you know. That thing is more like I want to say diary, but I want to say an album, you know, where you get to really see yourself, and you know. So that's also how I want to use YouTube. I think I've said this on my first video. I really want it to be a documentary per se, you know, where I really show my life, and that is definitely not showing everything about my life, because I don't want you guys, or I don't want to take you guys in that space. I believe some things are really personal and they are not to be shown. And perhaps maybe with some people, that's why they fall off the wagon, because they show everything. You know, for me, I'll keep it true and honest to just show you this life that I've let you in, you know, business-wise. And the rest is just for myself and people around me. And I guess that's why I'm back here, because I'm just being honest with myself. And it is also to remember the why. I think that is very important. I've been hearing people talking about, you know, people that I look up to, about the why. Always remember the why, you know, or always have a why in whatever that you do. Why are you doing it, etc., etc. And it's only now that I am understanding it, that the why is very important. The why is going to bring you back to what you've always wanted to do. You know, even when you stop, you're going to come back because of that why. And yeah, the why brought me back here. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I feel good now that I was talking to you guys, and I think I'll stop talking now so you get to enjoy this vlog, this video. And yeah, comment below if you're going through something. And yeah, let us go through it together and let us encourage one another. But good times are coming, baby. Otherwise, yeah, I've really been honest with you guys. From the last video that I posted, that was the last work that I did, to be honest. Okay, thank you. Enjoy the rest of this video, and if you stayed this far listening to me yapping the whole time, thank you so much for letting me into your space, and I am here for it. Okay, I'll see you again on my next video.
Wanna clear a bottle of Cabernet. Wanna stay home, not even drink. Wanna get out of my own head. Wanna lay down, overthink. I wanna